For ACUsports.com, I'm Grant Boone with head women's basketball coach Julie Goodenough. Her team now knows its opponent in the first round of the WNIT, and it is Oklahoma State. Coach, you told us last night at the watch party that it would be a long night as you began looking at film. What have you seen?
They're really good. They've got two dominant post players inside, really good point guard. It'll be a big challenge for us. Definitely present some matchup issues for us, but we feel like we have a good grip on what we need to do to be successful, so we're excited about going into practice today.
Kaylee Jensen causes some sleepless nights for a lot of Big 12 coaches. She's number one in the Big 12 in rebounding. She leads that league in double-doubles. I think she's second in scoring with over 18 points per game. Specifically, what does she do well down there?
She's very aggressive, getting a low post position. Hard to get around her, hard to contest her shot. She's a great screener. She sets a lot of ball screens to help Carly Wheeler get open. They are a good two-man tandem, play really good two-man game, good scoring point guard, good scoring post player. And obviously keeping off the boards is going to be a huge challenge for us. And she is the best rebounder in the Big 12, and so no one else in the league has figured out how to keep her away from rebounds either. So that's going to be a point of emphasis for us.
Your teams have two common opponents. You both played Baylor, both lost. You both played UT Rio Grande Valley, both of you won. Can you learn anything from those games?
I think so. We watched a lot of video the last 12 hours, and I think they're very well coached. Obviously, Big 12 talent, from top to bottom on their team. And, not a lot of teams have had success against Baylor this year, including us and the Cowgirls. And UTRGV, they have a unique style of play. And I think both of our teams were able to figure out what was best for our team against them. And so we feel like we have a pretty good idea of what our team can do to use our strengths in this game. And obviously it's going to take a team locked in on defense to get defensive stops. Oklahoma State plays really well at home. They've played really well historically at home in the WNIT. So defense will be a huge key for us. The players, I think, that take a lot of pride in their defense will be the players that we have on the court.
You mentioned playing at home. Gallagher-Iba Arena is named for a couple of legends, and it is one of the great storied venues in college basketball. Having coached there for 3 years, as you did from 2002 to 2005 as the head coach of the Cowgirls, will that be something that you can share with your team about just the environment they're stepping into?
There's not a bad seat in the house, and it's one of those older arenas that the seating goes straight up, and so no seat is very far from the court. And, you get a crowd in there. It gets pretty loud and rowdy. There's a lot of orange. If you're not a fan of orange, that can be a little intimidating. But it's a great venue to watch basketball and wrestling. Big-time wrestling there as well, and that's the wrestling venue too. So, one of those historical arenas for basketball and wrestling. And, it's a privilege for us to take our team there and play.
Finally, your team, especially your seniors, have been in some humongous venues. You mentioned Baylor. You played Texas A&M. You played Texas Tech, Kansas State a couple of times. I wouldn't imagine that there would be a sense of awe, with all respect to Oklahoma State, given where your team has been. What do you think?
We just had lunch as a team, and gosh, we played in so many different styles of arenas and gyms, and I think our players will handle playing in their arena just fine, and our seniors are excited about our matchup, excited about facing off with another Big 12 opponent. We've seen SEC and Big 12, throughout the course of their four-year career, and so they're excited about it. They're ready for practice today, and ready to put our best foot forward.
It's not the arena. The players will be a big enough challenge for Oklahoma State, won't it?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
And quickly, just take us through the agenda. You're going to leave later today, right?
Yeah, we are. We're going to go ahead and get there and get a good night's rest and have all day tomorrow to, kind of get our legs under us. And we'll have a full practice at Oklahoma State tomorrow, and just have a day to enjoy the postseason experience of starting the WNIT.
And so if you're an ACU fan and you don't have spring break plans, or if you already do, how about amending them and head up to Stillwater, Oklahoma? It's a 7 o'clock Thursday night tip, and we'll have the broadcast for you against Oklahoma State on the ACU Sports Network. For Coach Julie Goodenough, I'm Grant Boone.